Right, I'm just going to start with this example again. So the equation was y equals 1/3 cos of pi x on 2. So we can say that the amplitude is 1/3, which is why it's going up to 1/3 and down to negative 1/3. Also, the period is calculated as 2 pi over n. So in this case, n is just pi on 2. That's what is multiplied by the x here. So 2 pi over pi on 2. The pi's cancel each other out, and we are just left with 4. So this is why I've got the 4 here. Again, I said that the 2 would be an important feature, and well, we'll be back here with 0 as well. So the value of 1 is going to be important, as is the value of 3. Now this is a cos function, so because it's a cos function, it's going to be starting up here at the top. Okay, it's going to reach its minimum exactly halfway, and then it's going to go back to the maximum at the end. It's going to pass through this point, and it's also going to pass through this point. So then, given that information, I can sketch a nice smooth curve through those points. Like so. So that's the graph. Now you can see in both cases I just used the lines of the book, as I saw fit. So that's something that you can do as well. You don't need to worry about scales on axes or anything like that. You just make it appropriate to what you're actually doing. Probably something that I should talk about briefly are transformations. So perhaps we can make up a question down here. What if we go state the transformations? To y equals -3 sine 2x. So in an equation like this, the transformations do work exactly the same way as they do with any other function. So the first one that I would pick up on is the fact that there's a negative sign out the front, which is a reflection in the x-axis. Okay, there is also a 3 out the front, so that is a dilation by a factor of 3 from the x-axis. Okay, and the third one, which is perhaps a little bit tricky, is also a dilation, so that's the 2 there in front of the x, so that's a dilation by a factor of half. Okay, remember when you're doing dilations from the y-axis, it's always 1 over that number. So from the y-axis. And that's all I need to say there. Anyway, leave it there. See you next time.